Good morning to all. Welcome to e-lessons. Myself, Ramatanki Rajava, lecturer in Electrical and Electronics Engineering, GMR Polytechnic, Utnur, Adilabad district. I am going to teach you Power System 3, Switchgear and Protection. On completion of this class, you would be able to understand distance relay, impedance relay, reactance relay, ohm relay, negative sequence relay, differential relays, introduction to static relay. These are discussed in this class. First one, distance relays. So, impedance relay. Observe the diagram. So, A to B point, CB circuit breaker, CT current transformer, dotted lines is protected zone, ZL flow of the current is represented by I. So point F fault, CB circuit breaker. So PT potential transformer. So CT between PT connected in impedance relay. So potential transformer are connected in earth. So first point, positive operative torque by current element, negative restraining torque by voltage element. At normal condition, operative torque is equal restraining torque. At fault, operative torque greater than restraining torque, also called voltage restrained over current. Observe the graph. So x-axis and y-axis. We can take in the voltage and current. See the operating region. It is the positive region. This is the operating region. Below is the non-operating region. So negative torque. So characteristics. Operating characteristics. Straight line is operating characteristics. Second one, reactance relay. First point, operative torque by current, restraining torque by current voltage, directional relay, positive torque by overcurrent element, negative torque by directional unit, directional element designed for maximum torque angle 90 degrees. Maximum torque angle 90 degrees. One, 3 are polarizing coil. So 1 and 3 and 2 and 4. 4 is the restraining coil. 2 is the operating coil. So flow of the current is I. So V for voltage. Ohm relay or admittance relay. induction cup type structure. Operative torque produced by V and I voltage and current element. Restraining torque by voltage element, also called admittance relay. Next one, impedance relay. The operation of the relay is governed by the ratio of applied voltage to current in the protected circuit. Such relays are called impedance relays. Such relays are called impedance relays. So observe the circuit diagram. So G for generator, CB means circuit breaker, and A to B the point, CB circuit breaker, CT current transformer, ZL impedance less than I current, F fault point, F1 and CB circuit breaker, CB circuit breaker, F2 fault point. So potential transformer across the connected in CT, current transformer between the impedance relay. Impedance relay. So what is meant by impedance relay? The protection of the relay is governed by the ratio of applied voltage to current in the protected circuit. In the protected circuit. In the protected circuit, such relays are called impedance relay. So potential transfer, PT means potential transformer. These are connected in earth. These are connected in earth. Next, figure 2.3, the basic principle of operation. Upon impedance relay, the voltage element in the relay is excited through a PT, potential transformer, from the line to be protected. The current element is excited from the current transformer, CT, in series with the line. In series with the line. The torque produced by a current element is opposed by the torque produced by a voltage element, and the relay operate when the ratio V by I is less than predetermined value. Z is equal V by I. Consider the portion AB of the line is the protected zone. Under normal operating condition, the impedance of the protected zone is ZL. The relay is designed so that it closes the trip circuit contacts whenever impedance of the protected section falls below the predetermined value of the line ZL. For example, It operates when the ratio V by I is less than a predetermined value. It operates when the ratio of V by I is less than a predetermined value. Whenever a fault occurs in the portion of protected zone point A to B at point F1, the impedance Z between the point where the relay is connected and the point of fault will be less than the predetermined value of ZL, and hence the relay operated. Consequently, the circuit breaker will open the circuit so that the line is protected. Whenever a fault occurs behind the protected zone at point F2, the impedance Z between the point where the relay is connected and the point of fault will be more than the predetermined value ZL, and hence the relay is not operated. This is the operating principle of impedance relay. Next one, differential relays. This type of relays operates when the vector difference of two or more similar electrical quantities, for example, voltage or current, exceeds a predetermined value. For the operation of differential relay, it should have two or more similar electrical quantities. Next one, these quantities should have phase displacement normally approximately 180 degrees. There are two types of differential relays, namely, first one, current balance differential relay. Second one, voltage balance differential relay. First one, current balance differential relay. See the figure. The current balance differential relay, it contains a pair of identical CTs are connected on either side of the section or line to be protected. The protected line is represented in dotted line, and it may be a transformer, an alternator, a bus line, etc. The secondaries CTs are connected in series in such a way that they carry the induced currents in the same direction. The relay operating coil is connected between the midpoints, equal potential points of the fillet wire. So CT1, CT2, two sides are current transformer 1, current transformer 2 connected. I means flow of the current, OC means operating coil. So these are connected in two between the middle. This is the circuit diagram. Under normal operating condition, The currents in the two secondaries of CTs are equal and no current will flow through the operating coil OC of the differential relay. Therefore, the relay remains inoperative. For an internal fault, consider figure 2.15a when the circuit is fed from one end, and see the figure 2.15b when the circuit is fed from both the ends. It is seen that in both the cases a current will flow through the operating coil OC of the relay and hence it will operate. This form of protection is known as merge price protection. This form protection is known as merge price protection. Disadvantages of merge price differential protection. The current transformers CTs used in this protection is not having 100% similar ratings or characteristics. Due to this, under normal operating conditions, they differ in their magnetic properties slightly in terms of different amounts of residual magnetism or in terms of unequal burden on the two CTs. One of the CTs will saturate earlier during short circuit currents. This disadvantage is overcome by modifying the merge price differential protection and is known as percentage differential relay or biased differential relay. Next one, percentage differential protection. See the figure 2.16. The percentage differential protection, it consists of an operating coil and a restraining coil. The operating coil is connected to the midpoint of the restraining coil. Observe the diagram. So, two CTs are connected, two ends, CT1, CT2, between restraining coil R and operating coil OC. Flow of the current is two sides. Primary one is called I1, secondary side is I2. So, number of turns N. In the biased coil, P is the protected winding. The total number of ampere turns on the restraining coil is equal I1 into N by 2 plus I2 into N by 2. We can take an N common, I1 plus I2 by 2. From the above, the current flowing through the restraining coil is I1 plus I2 by 2. This current produces a full preventing the trip contacts from closing under normal condition as well as under external fault condition. Under normal condition, under normal condition as well as under external fault condition. See the figure 2.17 operating characteristics of percentage differential relay. The graph taken x-axis and y-axis. So positive portion is operation, in below portion is no operating portion. So state is the characteristics of percentage differential relay. The operating characteristics of percentage differential protection, the ratio of differential operating currents I1 minus I2 to average restraining current I1 plus I2 by 2 is the fixed. Restraining current I1 plus I2 by 2 is the fixed. Next one, voltage balance differential relay. The voltage balance differential relay, it consists of two similar current transformers are connected at either end of the section to be protected. The protected line is represented in dotted line, and it may be a transformer, an alternator, a bus line, etc. The secondaries of current transformers are connected in series with a relay in such a way that under normal condition their induced EMFs are in opposition. Their induced EMFs are in opposition. Observe the diagram, voltage balance differential relay. So CT1, CT2, both ends. So dotted lines represented by the protected zone. So between the operating coil is connected CT1 and CT2. So induce the EMF E2. Under healthy conditions, equal currents I1 is equal I2 flow in both primary windings, hence the secondary voltage of the two transformers are balanced against each other and no current will flow through the relay operating coil. When a fault occurs in the protected zone, the currents in the two primaries will differ from one another. For example, I1 not equal to I2 and their secondary voltage will no longer be in balance. This voltage difference will cause a current to flow through the operating coil of the relay, which close the trip circuit. Now, next one is negative sequence relay. The negative relays are also called phase unbalanced relays because these relays provide protection against negative sequence component of unbalanced currents existing due to unbalanced loads or face-to-face faults. The unbalanced currents are dangerous from generators and motors point of view, as these currents can cause negative sequence relays are generally used to give protection to and against unbalanced currents. Negative sequence relays are generally used to give protection to and against unbalanced currents. See the circuit diagram. 3 phases R, Y, B. Each phase is connected in current transformer. Each phase. So Z1, Z3 are connected in impedance resistance, and Z2 and Z4 impedance resistance and reactance relays. So once again, R, Y, B, 3 phases. Each phase is connected in transformer CT, and it is a bridge rectifier. Here is used impedance relays. So Z1, Z3 impedance resistance, Z2 and Z4 impedance resistance and reactance relays. These are connection is bridge rectifier connection. Once again, wait. Construction. It consists of a resistance bridge network. It consists of a resistance bridge network. The magnitudes of the impedance of all the branches of the network are equal. The impedance Z1 and Z3 are purely resistive, while the impedance Z2 and Z4 are the combination of resistance and reactance. Z1 and Z3 are purely resistive, and Z2, Z4 are the combination of resistance and reactance. The currents in the branches Z2 and Z4 lag by 60 degrees from the currents in the branches Z1 and Z3. Phasor diagram. I1 and I2 between the phase 60 degrees, and IR, I2 between phase is 30 degrees, while I2 lags IR by 30 degrees. Similarly, the current IB gets divided into two equal parts. I3 and I4. The current I3 lags I4 by 60 degrees. From equation 1, we can write IB by root 3 is equal to I3 equal I4. IB by root 3 is equal I3 is equal I4. The currents I4 leads by IB while current I3 lags IB by 30 degrees. The current I4 leads by IB while current I3 lags IB by 30 degrees. The current entering the relay at the junction point B in this figure is the vector sum of and I relay is equal I1 plus I3 plus IY. I1 plus I3 plus IY is equal IR by root 3 leads IR by 30 degrees. I by root 3 lags IB by 30 degrees plus IY. Under fault condition. Now consider that there is unbalanced load on generator or motor due to which negative sequence currents exist. The component I1 and I3 are equal and opposite to each other. The component I1 and I3 are equal and opposite to each other at the junction point B. Hence, I1 and I3 cancel each other. At junction point B, I1 and I3 cancel each other. Now the relay coil carries the current IY, and when this current is more than a predetermined value, the relay trips, closing the contacts of trip circuit, which opens the circuit breaker. Next one, differential relays. Definition: a two-winding relay that operates when the difference between the currents in the two windings reaches a predetermined value is called differential relays. A two-winding relay that operates when the difference between the currents in the two windings reaches a predetermined value, then it is called as differential relay. In case of electrical quantities exceed a predetermined value, a current differential relay is one that compares the current entering a section of the system with the current leaving the section. Under normal operating conditions, the two currents are equal. Under normal operating condition, the two currents are equal, but as soon as fault occurs, this condition no longer applies. The difference between the incoming and outgoing currents is arranged to flow through relay operating coil. If the difference is equal to or greater than the pickup value, the relay will operate and open the circuit breaker and isolate the fault section. Isolate the fault section. Any type of relay, when connected in a particular way, can be made to operate as a differential relay. It is not the relay construction, but the way in which relay is connected in a circuit makes it a differential relay. Introduction to static relay. The solid static relays was first introduced in 1960s. The term static implies that the relay has no moving mechanical parts in it. Compared to the electromechanical relay, the solid static relay has longer lifespan, decreased noise when operates, and faster response speed. Compared to the electromechanical relay, the solid static relay has longer lifespan, decreased noise when operates, and faster response speed. The static relay is the next generation relay after electromechanical type. The static relays have been designed to replace almost all the functions which were being achieved earlier by electromechanical relays. Principle of operation. Static relay. So CT means current transformer, PT means potential transformer. So CT or PT secondaries were connected in auxiliary CT, PT secondaries. These are connected to rectifier. So rectifier are connected in relay measuring circuit. These are connected to amplifier. Amplifier connected to output device. Last one is the trip circuit. So given in the supply, DC supply. Relay measuring circuit is the measuring the circuit. Rectifier is the rectify the fault. These are connection is principle of operation static relay. The essential components of static relays are shown in figure below. The output of CT and PT are not suitable for static components, so they are brought down to suitable level by auxiliary CT and PT. Then auxiliary CT output is given to rectifier. Rectifier rectifies the relaying quantity. For example, the output from a CT or PT or a transducer. Rectifier rectifies the relaying quantity. For example, the output from a CT or PT or a transducer. The rectified output is supplied to a measuring unit comprising of comparators, level detectors, filters, logic circuits. The output is actuated when the dynamic input attains the threshold value. This output of the measuring unit is amplified by amplifier and feed to the output unit device, which is usually an electromagnetic one. The output unit energizes the trip the coil only relay when operates. The output unit energizes the trip the coil only relay when operates. Advantages of solid state relay: low weight, arcless switching, static relay burden is less than electromagnetic relay type of relays, hence error is less. Fast response, long life, less power consumption, more accurate compared to electromechanical relay. Impedance relay is the most important in these topics. So I will explain once again. The operation of the relay is governed by the ratio of applied voltage to current in the protected circuit. Such relay are called impedance relay. G means generator, CB circuit breaker, A to B point, CB circuit breaker, CT current transformer. The CT PT between connected in impedance relay. The energized by potential transformer CT. Dotted line represented the protected zone. F1 is the point 1 fault, F2 is the point fault 2. See the diagram. The basic principle of operation of an impedance relay: the voltage element in the relay is excited through a potential transformer PT from the line to be protected. The current element is excited from current transformer CT in series with the line. The torque produced by a current element is opposed by the torque produced by a voltage element, and the relay operates when the ratio V by I is less than predetermined value. Z is equal V by I. Consider the portion AB of the line is the protected zone. Under normal operating conditions, the impedance of the protected zone is ZL. The relay is designed so that It closes the trip circuit contacts. Whenever impedance whenever impedance of the protected section follows below the predetermined value of the line ZL. For example, it operates when the ratio V by I is less than a predetermined value. Whenever Whenever a fault occurs in the portion of protected zone AB at point F1, the impedance Z between the point where the relay is connected and the point of fault be less than the predetermined value of ZL, and hence the relay operated. Consequently, the circuit breaker will open the circuit so that the line is protected. Whenever a fault occurs behind the protected zone at point F2, the impedance Z between the point where the relay is connected and the point of fault will be more than the predetermined value ZL, and hence the relay is not operated. This is the impedance relay operation. This relay is most important. In this class, I hope all of you understand. In this class, we will discuss impedance relays, reactance relays, ohm relays, impedance relays, working principle of differential relays. Negative sequence differential relays are two types: current balanced differential relay, voltage balanced differential relay. Advantages of merge price differential protection, phase percentage of differential protection, and negative sequence relays, differential relays, and introduction of static state relays. Advantages. These are discussion in this class. Okay, I will hope all of you understand. Thank you one and all.